guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to spend some of your day with me. And a little bit of a different video today, guys. Story time once again. About once a month I like to tell stories about what happened to me back in the days, when I was fishing, all the top circuits. And I got a story I want to tell you guys today that happened to me about 25 years ago down at Lake Okeechobee. I was practicing for a Bassmaster Top 150 tournament, and if you guys ever saw, a lot of you guys have seen that movie Deliverance with Burt Reynolds. This is what it reminds you of. I was sort of in a Deliverance type situation down there that I'm going to share with you guys today. I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. Also, guys, you guys have heard me talking about how YouTube has been making it really tough on the creators lately. I just want to extend a big thank you out there to everybody that's been helping the channel out. If you've signed up to be a channel member, if you're subscribing to the channel, if you're going into my video links and using all the links I put in the description, like using and bookmarking my Tackle Warehouse link that's in every video description, you guys are really helping out right now, because that's it's super tough in the YouTube world right now. And all that support that you guys have shown Intuitive Angling, I just want you to know that me and my family really appreciate it and don't take it for granted there. Okay, this was I think it was a Top 150 Bassmaster tournament about 25 years ago at Lake Okeechobee. And what the deal was on this is Okeechobee was at a record low water level. And it was so low that you could hardly even get out on the main lake. It's like if you went out on the main lake, it was like 1.5 feet deep, or maybe 2 foot, back where most of the fish used to be. But a lot of the vegetation out of the water. And as a result, everybody was fishing in the canals, the rim canal and all the various canals off of the lake, because that's where the deeper water was. And the second day of practice, or the first day of practice, I launched in this one canal just to see if there was any fish in there, because I knew it would be hard to get in there in the tournament. I didn't even know if I could get in there. And I wound up having a great day. Like a big bag of fish. And I told myself, I have got to figure out how to get in this place. So anyway, the next day, the second day of practice, I went out to the mouth of the canal and I started looking at the lake about trying to figure out how to get in there. And I got the boat at the mouth of the canal to where it got shallow. And then it was so shallow, I couldn't even go anywhere. My boat, it's like my boat was just kicking up mud, and it was like stuck in the mud, trying to get across this. So anyway, I got out of the boat and I walked this whole flat, and I'm trying to find like a little bitty area that maybe is a little bit deeper, so where I can, run into this area. So I walked around there for probably an hour, and I had a bunch of sticks, and I was trying to put the sticks in the water to where a little bit deeper water was. And when I'm talking deeper, I'm talking about, instead of ankle deep water, it would be maybe knee deep water or something like that, just 1.5 feet deep. So I walked probably, 100 yards out into the lake, and I finally found like what I thought was possibly a doable little route to get in there. I wasn't sure because it was sketchy. It was shallow. And once I got farther out in there, I knew that it was deep enough, like it was 3 foot deep, that I could at least get on plane and maybe run in there real fast and like get enough momentum where I could just blow over this flat, by going real fast and getting momentum in there. So I tried to figure this out about how I want to run into here, because I've done this type of stuff a lot before. I've used it, that running over those flats a bunch before. So finally I had to try it. It was practice, and I said, I've got to make a trial run in here to see if I can get in here. So I got up on plane like 100 yards away from it or something like that. I finally found it deep enough to get up on plane. And I circled around out there until I got some speed up. And anyway, I hit this flat going wide open, like 60 miles an hour. And there was a shallow place. There was a shallow area that was probably, maybe 75 yards long, that I knew it was going to be questionable, because this was like, it'd be ankle deep for a little bit, then it'd go knee deep, then ankle deep. And it's like, I knew the bottom was a little bit soft. So I said, man, if I can hit this going 50 or 60 miles an hour, I'll probably get enough momentum to get to the mouth of the channel, or the mouth of the canal in there where it dropped off deeper. So anyway, I hit this thing going wide open, this flat, and I got about probably 30 or 40 yards up on it, and I started bogging down a little bit, and I just stayed on it because I knew I couldn't let up. And all of a sudden, I'm stuck sideways like that. I mean, I'm in ankle deep water, and my boat is literally sideways, sitting like that. So I'm like, God, you got to be kidding me. How in the heck am I ever going to get this thing off of here? Because I was so far away from deep water. I mean, somebody would have to have 100-yard long rope to get to me. And even then, I didn't even know if they could pull me off of it because the boat was literally on its side. It was so shallow. So I'm out there wading around on this flat. I mean, I'm wading around. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And all of a sudden, here comes this airboat at me. And you got to remember, let me preface this before I get in there. At the time, my boat had I had a mega bass wrap on the boat. So it said mega bass in big letters all the way down the boat. So anyway, this big, giant, super loud airboat is running at me over there, and he shuts it down, and there's about 4 or 5 guys in this thing. They've all got beers in their hand. They've all got camouflage on. I guess they're out duck hunting. So they come over to me there, shut the airboat off, and they all start laughing because I'm out there wading around in the water. My boat's on their side. So I think most of them are half cocked up, half drunk, just out there, just having a good time. And one of them looks like, he goes, mega bass. And he goes, how about some mega ass? That's what I'm talking about. And they all start laughing. And I'm like, what the heck have I got myself into here? And anyway, said, they were giving me a hard time. They said, I bet we can buy that boat pretty damn cheap right now. That thing's not probably worth anything out there. And at this point, I don't know what these guys are just goofing on me or what they're going to do. And anyway, after they were laughing for a while, he goes, okay, we'll get that son of a bitch off of there for you. So they tied this rope on the back of it, and I got in the airboat with them. And this airboat was like some souped up freaking, like a jet engine on the thing. It's the loudest dang airboat and the biggest one I've ever seen. So they nailed this thing, and it flips my boat around, and it starts moving. And the whole time that they're doing this, it's kicking up mud and that nasty lake sediment bottom. And they're nailing this thing, and they're laughing at the top of their head. And it's like it's blowing all this black muck all over my boat. And they're drinking beer, and they're yelling and hooping and hollering. And finally get me out there to deeper water where the boat's floating. I get out there, and my boat is covered with mud and muck. It's like, and I'm like super appreciative about it. They unhooked, and they turned out to be nice guys, but I was wondering there for a while what was going to happen. So anyway, I got back, in the boat and everything. I went into town and spent about $50 at the car wash cleaning this thing off. And I didn't try to get in there in the tournament. It's like I just said that's not worth it. And I found out that a couple guys got in there because what happened is the night before the tournament, we got a hard south wind. And on Lake Okeechobee, when you get a hard wind in any direction, it pushes all the water to one side of the lake. So when they had that hard south wind all night, it actually rose the water level about a foot on that flat, and some guys got in there and they all ripped them. And I didn't know that at the time, and I didn't get in there. So anyway, I just thought that was a very memorable tournament, a very memorable time. I thought you guys might enjoy hearing that story. So anyway, I hope you guys are well. Check in later.